Hey everyone, welcome back to the Speak Unstoppable podcast, the place where you can practice real English and get inspired to chase your dreams at the same time. I'm John.
And I'm Maria. Thanks for letting us jump into your headphones today. We promise to be friendly guests in your ears.
Yeah, we'll make it easy and fun. So, Maria, quick question. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I had a lot of ideas, but one big dream was to be an astronaut. I imagined flying through space, visiting the stars, and floating in zero gravity.
Wow, that sounds incredible. And what did you actually get?
Well, not much space travel yet, but I'm still reaching for the stars in my own way.
I like that. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a world-famous chef. I dreamed of cooking for famous people, making delicious food for thousands of people.
Sounds amazing. What did you actually get?
Well, my cooking career started in my kitchen, but I still love experimenting with new recipes.
I like it. But even though those childhood dreams were a bit wild, they made life exciting, right?
Exactly. And that's what we're talking about today, dreams and goals. The big dreams in your heart and the small goals that make them possible. And we'll talk about it in simple, clear English. Perfect for you, no matter your level.
Yeah, whether you're a beginner or an intermediate learner, this episode is for you. Just relax and take in what you can.
Before we get started, we've got one tiny favor to ask.
Yes, one small task for your finger and a big help for this podcast. If you enjoy learning with us, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel. It really helps more learners find the Speak Unstoppable podcast.
And we'd love to hear from you in the comments. You can share with us your name from your country, and one small step I will take for my dream is... It could be anything. A big dream, a small goal, something funny or serious. Whatever it is, write it down. When you do, you're practicing your English and giving more space to your dreams.
We really do read your comments, and they help us understand where you're from, what you want from your life, and how we can help you more. So, don't be shy. Even one sentence is amazing.
All right, Maria, let's dive into this. What does a dream really mean? I think it's important to understand this before we go any further.
Definitely, John. A dream is a big wish you have for your future, something you really want to see happen in your life. It's that idea in your heart that makes you excited when you think about it. And no, we're not talking about the dreams you have when you sleep, unless you're dreaming about something crazy like flying or winning the lottery.
Right, no flying elephants here. We're talking about the big dreams, the ones you hold on to deep down inside. Maybe your dream is to speak English confidently, travel the world, or build your own business. Maybe it's something as simple as having more free time or a calmer life.
Exactly. Your dream could be anything, as long as it feels like something big, something important. For me, one of my dreams is to run a small, cozy language school. It would be a place where people could come and feel safe and practice English without any stress.
I love that, and it's so clear. But here's the thing. A dream is one thing, but a goal is another.
Yes, that's right. A goal is a small step you take to make that dream come true. For example, if your dream is to speak fluent English, a goal could be to practice speaking for 10 minutes every day. The dream is the what you want to achieve. The goal is the how you're going to get there.
So, dream equals big wish, goal equals small action. And even if your dream feels huge, the goal can be something very small. Like I said earlier, I dream of running my own language school one day. But my goal right now is to spend 15 minutes each day working on improving my language teaching materials. That's a small, daily action that brings me closer to that dream.
I like how you say small daily action. It makes the dream feel more real. What about you, John? What's a goal you're working on right now?
For me, right now, it's getting my podcast episodes ready. My dream is to have this podcast grow into something huge that helps people all around the world speak English confidently. But right now, my goal is to upload one new episode each week. And that's my small, real goal to get closer to the dream.
And that's the key, right? Big dream, small goal. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you think about the big dream, but if you focus on just one small step, it feels much more manageable.
Exactly. And by taking those small steps day by day, the big dream becomes more achievable. Every little action counts.
Right. So let's encourage our listeners to think about their own dreams and goals. What's one dream you have? And what's one small action you can do today to bring you closer to it? Don't worry about the whole plan. Just focus on the first step. It could be anything from practicing English for 5 minutes to writing down your goals for the week. Every step is a step forward.
Now that we've talked about the difference between dreams and goals, let's get into the practical side of things. How do we actually start taking action to make those dreams happen?
Yes, this is the tricky part, right? Dreams can feel so big and distant, but if we break them down into small actions, it starts to feel more possible. The problem is that life doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes there are distractions, or you just don't feel like taking action.
I know that feeling. There's always something. Emails, notifications, YouTube videos calling my name. But here's the secret. To make your dream real, you need to protect your time and stay focused.
Exactly. So let's talk about something that can really help. When you're working toward your dream, it's so important to prioritize. You can't chase every dream all at once. If you try to do everything, you end up doing nothing.
Yeah, that's when you end up overwhelmed. You might say, I want to learn English. I want to be fit. I want to travel the world. I want to start a business. And then your brain just goes, nope, too much.
Right. So instead of trying to do it all, choose one main dream for this season of your life. It doesn't mean you forget about the other dreams, but just focus on one. If you're working on improving your English, for example, make that your main focus.
That's a great way to stay focused. You don't need to do everything at once. Your main dream is the priority for the next few months. It helps to think of your dream as the driver in your life and all the other dreams as passengers.
I love that. The driver is the dream you're focusing on right now, and the passengers can wait until you're ready to take them on the journey.
Yeah, no need to let every dream jump in the front seat. Now, once you've chosen your main dream, it's time to decide on one small, consistent action to work on every day.
Small actions are the key. If your dream is big, don't try to take giant leaps. Just take tiny, consistent steps. It's like building a house. You can't put up the whole structure in one day. But if you lay one brick every day, eventually, you'll have a solid foundation.
Exactly. One brick at a time. And the key is consistency. I'll give you an example. One of my goals is to get better at podcasting. So, every day, I spend at least 15 minutes working on improving my episodes. It might not seem like much, but over time, those small efforts add up.
I love that. 15 minutes a day is nothing, right? But over a month, that's over 450 minutes. That's a lot of improvement, even if it feels small in the moment.
Exactly, and consistency helps to build momentum. Even if you don't feel like doing it, doing just a little every day is better than doing nothing at all.
That's true. Sometimes just showing up for your dream is enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Even if it's just 5 minutes a day, it counts. Over time, those 5 minutes will turn into something bigger.
So, think about your dream. What's one small action you can do every day to move closer to it? Maybe it's 10 minutes of English practice or writing down one idea for your business. Whatever it is, make sure it's something small but real.
And remember, it's all about making it part of your daily routine. Once it becomes a habit, it won't feel like such a big task.
Exactly. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And before you know it, you'll be making real progress toward your dream without even thinking about it.
So, let's challenge ourselves and our listeners. What's one small, consistent action you can commit to today to get closer to your dream? It could be as simple as reading one page of an English book or saving $1 for your future. Small, but important.
Okay, now that we've got our main dream and our small, consistent action, we need to talk about something very important: distractions. You know, life can get really noisy. And when you're trying to focus on your dream, there are plenty of distractions that can get in the way.
Absolutely. There's always something to grab our attention, whether it's our phone, social media, or just the noise of everyday life. Staying focused on your dream can be challenging. But here's the thing, your dream is important, and it's worth protecting.
That's right. And it's not just about the big distractions. Sometimes the little things, like checking your phone every 5 minutes, can eat away at your time and energy. It's like trying to build a house while someone keeps taking the bricks away.
Yes, exactly. So, how do we protect our attention and stay focused on our dreams? Well, one way is to make your daily action a non-negotiable part of your day. That means no matter what happens, you do it. You protect that time like it's sacred.
Yeah, think of it like a meeting with your dream. You wouldn't cancel a meeting with a client, right? So why would you cancel a meeting with yourself? You deserve that time.
I like that. Treating your daily action as an important meeting with yourself. And one trick I use is to make my dream time special. I try to create a small routine around it. Maybe I sit in a different chair, put on some calming music, or even light a candle. It helps to make that time feel different from the rest of the day.
That's a great idea. Changing your environment can send a signal to your brain that this is a special moment. It's like setting the scene for your dream. And speaking of the brain, here's another trick. Limit your distractions by turning off notifications.
Yes, turn off your phone, put it on Do Not Disturb, or even leave it in another room. When you're focused on your dream, your phone doesn't need to be the boss of you.
Exactly. The phone loves to think it's the boss, but you're in charge here. So, when you sit down to do your small daily action, make sure it's a distraction-free zone. For just 10 to 15 minutes, give your full attention to that dream.
It's also really helpful to have a set time each day for your dream work. You know, maybe right after breakfast or before bed. When you make it a regular part of your day, it becomes easier to keep your focus.
That's a great tip. Regularity creates consistency, and consistency builds momentum. But even with all this, there will still be days when you feel like you just don't have the energy to keep going.
Oh, absolutely. We all have those days. When your energy is low or your motivation isn't there, it's easy to think, what's the point? I'll just skip today. But here's something important to remember. Even if you feel tired or discouraged, showing up, even for just 5 minutes, makes a difference.
That's the key. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything all at once. The important thing is to keep showing up, even on the hard days. Every small action counts.
Yes, and don't beat yourself up if you miss a day or two. Life happens, and it's okay. What matters is getting back on track as soon as you can. Your dream doesn't need perfection, it needs consistency.
That's right. And it's also helpful to remember your why. Why do you want to achieve this dream in the first place? When you reconnect with your reason, it can help reignite your motivation.
Exactly. Your why is like the fuel for your dream. Maybe your reason is to feel confident in English or to provide a better life for your family. Whatever it is, keep that why visible. Write it down and put it somewhere you'll see it every day.
I love that idea. When you feel tired or frustrated, seeing your why can give you the push you need to keep going. It reminds you why this dream matters.
So remember, stay focused on your dream by creating a special time and space for it each day. Limit distractions and always reconnect with your why. And if you miss a day, that's okay. Just keep coming back to it. Small steps over time will lead you to your big dream.
All right, Maria. Let's talk about something that we all struggle with when we're working towards our dreams. Those moments when we feel discouraged. Maybe your dream feels too big, or you're just not seeing the progress you want. And let's be honest, that feeling is tough. Sometimes it feels like all your effort isn't leading anywhere, and you start to wonder if it's worth it.
Oh, I get that. It's like you're walking up a hill and it feels like you're not moving at all. You see everyone else around you moving faster and you start to feel left behind. But here's the thing. We all go through these moments. And in those moments, you don't have to make big decisions about your dream. You don't have to figure everything out all at once. Just focus on the next small thing.
Exactly. Let's say you're working on speaking English every day, but today you're not feeling up to it. Instead of thinking, I'm too tired to do 30 minutes of practice, you can think, okay, I'm going to do just 5 minutes. 5 honest minutes. That's it. It might feel small, but it's still a step forward. And emotionally, it's powerful. You're showing your dream that you still care.
Yes, and that's how you stay loyal to your dream. Loyalty isn't just about the big moments. It's about sticking with your dream, even on the tough days when you don't feel like it. Instead of asking yourself, am I strong enough to keep going for the next 3 years? You ask, what can I do today, in the next 10 minutes? It's the small steps that add up over time.
I really like that idea, focusing on one small thing. When you break it down, you don't have to worry about everything at once. Just tackle what's in front of you, one step at a time. And when you keep doing that, even on the hard days, you're moving closer to your dream.
Exactly. So instead of getting overwhelmed, just show up for those 10 minutes. You don't have to be perfect every day, but if most days you choose to be for your dream, you'll keep moving forward. It's about loyalty, showing up consistently, even when it's not easy.
And here's another important idea. Your dream is not a deadline. I know sometimes we think of our dreams like a race, something we have to reach by a certain date. But really, your dream is more like a compass. A compass doesn't shout at you, "You must get there now." It just gently points you in the right direction.
I love that. A dream is a direction, not a deadline. It's there to guide you, to give you hope, and to remind you that where you are right now is not your final destination. You don't have to reach your dream by the end of this year. You just have to keep walking in that direction.
That's right. Step by step, even if it's slow. Sometimes you'll move quickly, sometimes slowly. Sometimes you might need to rest. But as long as your face is still turned toward your dream, you're making progress. Rest is not failure. It's part of the journey.
Yes, rest is important. We don't have to keep pushing ourselves all the time. If we feel tired, it's okay to take a break. Just make sure when you do, your dream is still in the back of your mind. You're not abandoning it, you're just giving yourself the space to recharge.
So, the question becomes, if your dream is not a deadline, but a direction, what's the next gentle step you can take? It doesn't have to be a big leap, just one small, kind step that brings you closer to where you want to be.
Exactly. And sometimes we need to remind ourselves of this. We get so focused on the destination that we forget to enjoy the journey. Your dream isn't a race. It's a path that you're walking. And sometimes it's okay to slow down.
So, let's talk about some of the words we've used today. I know we've thrown in some big ones like priority and consistency. Let's take a moment to slow down and talk about them a bit.
Great idea. Let's start with priority. Priority is the thing that comes first. It's the most important thing for you in this moment. For example, right now, my priority is to keep improving my English. That's my main focus. But last weekend, my family time was my priority. It's about deciding what matters most to you at a given time.
Exactly. Your priority shows where your heart and energy go first. It doesn't mean other things aren't important. It just means you've chosen where to put your focus right now. So, what's your priority for this season?
Yes. And then there's the word distractions. Distractions are those things that pull your attention away from your dream. For me, my phone is the biggest distraction when I'm trying to focus on my English. It constantly buzzes, and before I know it, I've spent 30 minutes scrolling through social media instead of practicing.
Ah, yes, the phone, our greatest distraction. But it's important to recognize those distractions so we can avoid them when we're working on our goals. It's about keeping our attention where it needs to be.
And then we have consistency. Consistency means doing something regularly, over and over again. It's about showing up every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. For example, I practice English for 10 minutes every day. It's small, but it's consistent.
Exactly. Consistency is key. It's those small, repeated actions that lead to big results. So, even on the tough days, just show up. That's what will get you to your dream in the end.
And then there's loyalty. Loyalty means sticking with your dream, even when things get tough. It's like being a good friend to your dream. You show up for it, even when you're feeling tired or discouraged.
Yes, loyalty is powerful. It's quiet, but it's strong. You don't have to be perfect, but if you keep showing up, your dream will get stronger.
We also talked about how your dream is a direction. It's not a deadline, but a way to guide you. Your dream gives you hope and helps you keep moving forward, even on the tough days.
Exactly. And even when you feel discouraged, just remember, you're not giving up. You're just taking a small step forward. You're chasing your dream, one step at a time.
And finally, we talked about mindset. Mindset is the way you think about your dream, your attitude toward it. If you have a positive mindset, you'll see challenges as opportunities to grow.
Yes, a positive mindset is like a superpower. It helps you stay motivated and focused even when things feel tough. So, what's your mindset like? Is it helping you move closer to your dream?
I love all these words, John. And now that we've talked about them, I think we can all use them to get a little closer to our dreams.
All right, my friend. We've had an honest conversation today about your dreams, the little steps that matter, and how to stay loyal to your goal, even when it feels hard. I hope you're feeling a little more connected to your dream and a little less alone in the journey.
Before you go, I want you to think about one small step you can take today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Maybe it's as simple as listening to this episode again and writing down one thing you want to remember. Or maybe it's doing just 5 or 10 minutes of English practice. You don't have to do it all. Just start with one tiny, honest action.
And hey, we'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, let us know, I'm Jake from New Zealand, and one small step I will take this week for my dream is... When we read your comments, it feels like we're cheering you on, like two friends standing on the sidelines, rooting for you.
That's right. So go ahead, share that small step, and know that we're all in this together. We believe in you and your dream.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us and for showing up for your dream. Remember, your dream isn't a deadline, it's a direction. Take those small, honest steps forward. And always remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to come back every single day.
This has been the Speak Unstoppable podcast. I'm Maria. And I'm John. Take care, keep moving forward, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
And remember, your progress doesn't stop here. To continue improving your English skills, click on the next video or explore the other helpful videos we've handpicked just for you. Keep learning and keep growing.